So today we are starting the teardown of our big block Chevy and we found some damaged rocker arms. Just for reference, this motor was built 14 years ago and has 12,000 miles on it.
Ta-da! Oh well, there's a lot of oil in that one.
Oof.
And that one. You can see down those.
Yeah, same deal.
Yeah. See all that oil build up on top of the intake valves? That crusty crap? That's oil.
So it's just from the valve seals, or is that?
Yep. Well, more than likely. I mean, the only other way it would get oil in there is if these aren't sealing.
Right.
Which is possible. I don't know
Look
how
at that
likely
can.
it is.
You can see there's wear on there.
Oh yeah.
It smells like oil, that's for sure.
It does. It smells like motor.
At least it doesn't smell like bad oil. So one of the things I'm noticing is the casting marks going in there. You can tell, like, right in there's like a ridge where the casting is.
It's casting. Yeah. Sand cast, dude. It says cast iron. Never been ported, nothing.
That valve's pretty bad.
Yeah. See, there's a bunch of oil right here. See it right next to the gasket?
Yeah. So you think that the valley
I think
been
I think
leaking
it's
in?
probably sucking a little bit of oil through here.
that would create a vacuum leak, huh?
Yeah, that too. It would also, yeah. But I mean, all the valves have the freaking crap on top of them.
Other than that, though, the cam looks pretty even wear between all the lobes.
It does.
You can definitely tell it has a lot of miles, or
Yeah.
a lot of use.
We'll get a better look at it later. And we'll pull it out, and
Yeah.
make sure the lobes all look nice and pretty and junk.
So what are we looking for here?
I'm looking at Valvetrain geometry. So, in a nutshell, the length of the push rod is going to affect where this roller sits on the valve when the valve's closed, like it is right now.
Right. So if it's not in the center, then that means that the push rod's too long or too short.
Mm-hmm. So, if you look at where it's at right now, that's actually pretty close to center right there. And then as it rocks, it comes out a little bit. And then when it hits max lift like that, it's back in the center. So that's actually not bad. We'll be able to see more too when we pull the rockers off. Oh, see, it's not that bad. If you look from the side and look at the center of the pin
Yeah.
and eyeball where it should be, you can kind of eyeball it where it is in here. Unlike the retainer, because the retainer is going to be centered on the valve. So if you look from the side, it don't really look that bad, dude. It actually, now that I'm looking at it, it looks pretty good. I think it's because the rollers are so big, they make it look like they're out on the edge, but they're not. See the plug? See the plug?
Oh yeah,
See
the plug.
No plug. No plug.
Huh.
Plugs are all in these. So now we get to play where's the parts at.
Bottom of the oil pan.
Yeah, probably.
I don't know where that came off. So what is that for?
Well, okay, so the oil gets up here through the push rods.
Oh,
So there's an oil galley that runs right here
okay.
on both sides, right? And basically, so the oil surrounds the lifter, and there's a port in the lifter that allows the oil in there, which helps it actuate fills it as a hydraulic lifter.
Right.
But then it also flows through it and up this push tube to get up here to the rocker rod.
So it's kind
as it's
of
running.
So it's lubrication basically.
Yeah. So this one hasn't been getting oiled as well as this one probably, because all that is like a little baffle.
Hmm.
If you look,
Okay.
there is a tiny little hole in the side of it. But the fact that those are missing is not. All I'm doing is cracking them loose. That one's open. Oh, it's off centered.
There it is.
Yeah, it looks like it's walked.
Oh. Oh, yeah.
The bearings are walking out of it. There you go. So the stud was keeping it there. So that means that my stud is freaking beat too.
There's that stud.
Those are all little things that add up, dude. So it's like I told you, okay?
Well, it's just resistance, too, so.
Oh, yeah. That's not optimal. Just starting.
Oh, yeah.
So, having said that, oh, see that one was starting on it too.
Yeah.
So this little trunnion setup, right,
Right.
just sits on the stem like this, on this stud for the rocker arm.
Okay.
And that's where basically you adjust the lash by turning that nut down and driving that down farther, which will collapse the lash on the rod, on the push rod, right?
Okay.
Well, these pressed in bearings on this trunnion setup are working their way out of the rockers.
So it's just,
This one did it too.
I think that's just from where? From 14 years? Or is that
Or
just
just not
a defect?
parts.
Same deal on that one, too.
Not as bad. Yeah, but you can see a tiny little bit down there too.
Yeah.
But it's just basically it's these bearings that are probably pressed into this aren't staying where they should be.
Right.
Ultimately, in my opinion, they should be pressed in there up against a flat of some sort so they can't go that way any farther.
Yeah, because, I mean, it seems like all of them are just starting to walk out.
It. This one shows it because look at that. You can see that thing is actually protruding out of the
Yeah.
side of the rocker. And you look at that side.
Yeah,
it's all
and it's
recessed.
sunk in.
It's recessed so much that it's actually tweaking the C-clip on there.
Yeah. I would go out and say that that's not from not from us.
No.
It seems like all your studs are.
Okay, so here's the good thing. Okay, they didn't break.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. They
But-
work.
But the fact that these lost their little pins.
Yeah, that could cause
these-
catastrophic failure if that.
These little pins, we're missing 2 of them. So we gotta go on this search and destroy mission to find them. That's not good.
Yeah.
So every time that these things oiled, instead of the oil coming out of that hole right there and just dribbling down and lubing the bearing, the trunnion setup.
Right, it's just probably
Right.
going straight up.
Along and lubing this, it's just freaking squirting out past it.
That pin right there.
Yeah, the pin for the roller tip.
So this one's walking. That's pretty bad.
See where it's been hitting there. This one actually been hitting on both sides. That one's been tore up.
So you're just overall not great rocker arms at all.
So when you go roller, now your push tube, your push rod, right? Instead of having to reach all the way down in that hole,
Okay.
now only needs to go there. So it's like a 1/2 inch shorter. So I had to buy new push rods. Fortunately for me, the guy at Jegs is like, here, these will fit, get these. So I bought them, right? They're 3/8 push rods. So they are bigger than factory push rods. Factory push rods are like 5/16. The factory ones are about the size of that ball all the way down. You can see how these are larger.
Yeah.
You want better sized ones, or you want stronger ones? How about that? I think these are comp cams too.
Yeah.
But anyway, so not even thinking about it. So I bought these and get them, and then come find out that these little I forget what they call these, but these little straps that hold and position the rockers,
Right.
they're too small. 'Cause
Oh.
they're for the 5/16.
Oh, so they modified?
No, these are aftermarket.
Oh, okay.
I had to buy those too. Same deal. It's like, okay, I got all the stuff I'm gonna put together. Oh wait, no, I gotta order those.
Yeah. I mean,
Fortunately for me, at the time, the internet was already a thing.
yeah, this is back in what, 2009?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Jags and Summit were out there doing their thing already, and so I was able to buy these parts.
So you're just pointing out that the gasket doesn't match the
Gasket
ports.
doesn't match the port. It's sitting a little bit low. It's actually really close,
Yeah, it does look like it's low
but
though.
it's.
But
I
you
can
got
pull on the gasket all the way down. This one too.
I mean, that's just telling me that we're losing out on some horsepower there.
Basically, what I did was I lined up the marks. So if you look right there on that water port, you can tell where that is. So
So it was
I brought it up and
restricting.
Put it right there. Not only that, but you can see this brown line.
Yeah.
So yeah, we did not have optimal flow. The gasket was screwing it up, and the problem is this top on the runner.
That's the most
Once
important
it
part.
starts dumping in, yeah.
In the next video, we'll be taking the heads off to look at our cylinder bores, and we'll dive into checking cam timing and verifying quench.